Welcome to Nintendo Bytes, our recap of the last 7 days of Nintendo. Nintendo have confirmed that there are now more than 4 million new Pokémon X and Pokémon Y trainers around the globe. Both games launched worldwide on the same day, Saturday the 12th of October, and have already produced exceptional sales in just 2 days on the market. Since 2002, 5 pairs of Pokémon titles have combined to exceed 10 million units worldwide, with 3 of these surpassing 15 million units as of 31st of March. Zelda producer Eiji Aonuma recently spoke about his ideas on how a Legend of Zelda movie might work. Given that The Legend of Zelda is one of Nintendo's more adventurous franchises, many fans have attempted production of Hollywood-style adaptations, but Nintendo wouldn't want it the same as any other movie, he admitted. One of the ideas batted about with series creator Shigeru Miyamoto would be to make a Zelda film that's more interactive, with one of the ideas involving bringing a 3DS into the theatre, and that leads you into participating in the film somehow, Aonuma said. Nintendo would want to change what a movie is. WayForward have confirmed release dates for the Wii U version of Mighty Switch Force 2. The critically acclaimed 3DS platformer is making the jump to the big screen this month, with the Wii U release date on the 17th of October in North America. Europe and PAL regions will be able to grab hold of the game from the 24th of October. It will be the same game as the 3DS version, but the pixel art has been rejigged for the 16:9 format used in widescreen TVs. Do you wonder why hoarding money means even more in A Link Between Worlds? Well, Zelda producer Eiji Aonuma has explained why. Speaking at this year's New York Comic Con, Aonuma explained how the team wanted to build a greater purpose for the age-old habit of collecting rupees. Beating enemies, shaving grass and breaking pots all spawn sparkly currency, but there hasn't been a huge need for it until now. Whilst adventurers may pop a potion or two from time to time, most ammunition is usually available close to where it's needed, so rupees have generally taken a backseat in this series so far. There wasn't that much left to do with them, Aonuma said, expressing how it was a big challenge to give even more purpose to the rupees, so the team came up with the idea to have an item or weapon shop. It would make buying items harder earlier on, so a rental service was put into place. However, if you have items that are rented and you game over, Aonuma confirmed that you lose them all. This week, Capcom posted an expansive, meaty trailer for the upcoming Monster Hunter Frontier G. The much-loved installment and online MMORPG will be stepping onto the land of Wii U this December in Japan. The main focus here is the online element, which includes quests that can be played with up to 4 hunters over wireless at any one time. Explosive, menacing battles with huge creatures, character customization, and a seemingly endless stream of quests are the perfect recipe for Monster Hunter Frontier G. Over in Japan, Nintendo are planning to launch another Monster Hunter 4 bundle, this time with a blue 3DS. With sales reaching the stratosphere for Monster Hunter 4, Nintendo and Capcom are planning to launch another hardware pack to give potential players even more choice. The Hunter pack includes a blue Nintendo 3DS decorated with a spiffy design, a 4GB SD card, and an eShop download version of Monster Hunter 4. It will launch in Japan on November the 7th. Legend of Zelda producer Eiji Aonuma has promised more details on the eagerly anticipated Wii U game at next year's E3. It has been some time since Nintendo revealed something new on the home console Zelda scene. Fans have been spoiled with the sublime HD remastered version of The Wind Waker, but are still very much craving a true Wii U item. The latest news came through a tech demo during E3 2011 that was used to demonstrate how the gamepad camera might work in a game like Zelda. Aonuma and the Nintendo team have been experimenting with ideas, but it seems nothing concrete will be mentioned until next E3. Nintendo have confirmed that the team are hard at work to fix a game-breaking bug found in Pokémon X and Pokémon Y. Players have been in a frenzy this week with a rather irksome bug that causes the game to crash and progression to be lost. This usually happens when players decide to save the game during selected points in Numai City, as seen in the blue ring of doom on Nintendo's own image. Saving inside buildings and naturally elsewhere in the game should be fine, but do tread with caution. Ubisoft have updated financial targets, also confirming a delay for the highly anticipated release of Watch Dogs. The game, which was previously on track for release before March 31st, 2014, has now been scheduled for the first quarter of the next fiscal year, which takes place between April to June 2014. Watch Dogs invites players into a free-roaming open world stained with corruption as protagonist Aiden Pierce gets his hacking abilities on to practically control the city. Nintendo have confirmed a release for a brand new Nintendo 3DS XL for Europe. Nintendo 3DS with a gold-plated front, and there's also the Triforce of Hyrule and the Triforce of Lorule printed on the back. Xseed have confirmed that the much anticipated brawler Senran Kagura Burst is expected this November. The game, which was announced for a fall release earlier this year, is currently penciled in for a November-ish release, with the download expected to fall into the rather hefty category of 2 GB in total. The well-equipped brawler focuses on various skilled ninjas whose clothes are removed upon taking damage. The series itself has already gained momentum in the West despite not even hitting stores yet. The latest NPD figures for September has highlighted positive results for both the Wii U and 3DS in North America. Nintendo confirmed that the 3DS was the best-selling video game console in the US for the 5th month running, whilst the Wii U drew in significantly more interest due to a new price drop and the release of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD. The console sales increased by over 200% over sales during August. The Zelda producer Eiji Aonuma has revealed that the team tweaked A Link Between Worlds to work well on the Nintendo 2DS. Despite being based on the 1991 classic A Link to the Past, the new Nintendo 3DS game introduces a wide range of mechanics that are easier to handle whilst playing with the 3D effect on. However, the Nintendo 2DS console, which doesn't allow for the 3D effect, was announced during development, not before, Aonuma said in the interview. "We made sure that you could still play and solve puzzles only with the 2D, he stressed. Aonuma also highlighted how the game runs at a smooth 60 frames per second even with the 3D effect cranked up to the top. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe for the latest Nintendo videos and playthroughs, and don't forget to visit us at cube3.com.